Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Heimlich, and I'm the founder of the Arizona Thyroid Institute. Today I want to share with you why 85% of men and women taking thyroid replacement hormones as the only treatment for their hypothyroidism are virtually guaranteed to have thyroid symptoms, even after their TSH is balanced. And I know that's a bold statement, but it's a fact. According to the Endocrine Society, 80 to 90% of hypothyroid patients in the United States have an autoimmune condition called Hashimoto's. The reason why thyroid patients continue to suffer with those same symptoms is because most doctors don't stop to ask the question, why? Why did the thyroid stop working in the first place? You know, that simple question is the reason why we're able to help so many patients go beyond thyroid replacement hormone and truly get relief from their symptoms. So, what are the reasons why your thyroid isn't working? Why do you continue to have those symptoms? Before I explain what Hashimoto's is and how autoimmune system may literally be destroying the thyroid gland day in and day out, I want to let you know how we got into helping out these patients. You know, over the years, more and more patients were coming in complaining of decreased energy, digestive problems, weight problems, no matter how little they ate, no matter how much they exercised, hair falling out, trouble sleeping, brain fog, all the other symptoms, you know what these are of hypothyroidism. Including one of my staff members had this. And the craziest thing was, almost every single one of these people were being treated already for their thyroid. And it was told it was under control. But they still felt crappy. They knew that something wasn't right. That's when I decided to make a personal search to find the answers to help these people. You know, I'd always been into nutrition, but the model of symptom-based nutrition really wasn't helping. So I started learning from the top doctors in the country in the fields of functional endocrinology and functional neurology. And I started learning the difference between lab ranges and functional ranges in blood chemistry. And I also came to the realization to really help someone to get back their life, I had to treat the person, not just their diagnosis, because a diagnosis doesn't tell you what's wrong or how to fix it. Besides, people are misdiagnosed every day. I mean, everything from migraine to multiple sclerosis. And that journey enabled me to help a whole new segment of the population, the people that were lost in the old, outdated model. So what is Hashimoto's thyroiditis? It's an autoimmune disorder where the body gets confused and it attacks and destroys the cells of your thyroid. That doesn't sound good, does it? It's not. Because over time, more and more cells are destroyed, which leaves you less and less thyroid to produce those hormones that you need. And that's when you probably started getting the hypothyroid symptoms. Now, there's two very important things you need to understand about Hashimoto's. And before I even tell you those, here's something you really need to know about it. And remember, if you do have Hashimoto's and your thyroid is being attacked and destroyed, according to the latest research, there's a very, very high correlation rate that your Purkinje cells are being destroyed. What are Purkinje cells? Those are the cells in the brain and the cerebellum. That means brain tissue is also being attacked and destroyed. We only get so many brain cells. And when they die off, that's a bad thing. Along with that, the pancreas, which has to do with blood sugar, can be targeted and destroyed. Same with the gut lining, all that stuff. So this is a serious problem. And here's the first thing, well, I guess the second thing you should know about Hashimoto's is it's progressive. What do I mean by that? Well, it's an immune response. So over time, the body continues to destroy more and more cells and leave you with less and less healthy tissue to do what it's intended to do. So, not to mention those other tissues that I talked about other than the thyroid, but you're still going to have to increase your medication to compensate for this over time. The third thing you need to know about this is that it actually blocks the thyroid receptors. And when these receptor sites get blocked, the hormones don't get into the cells to do what they're supposed to do. And that's part of the reason why you still feel cruddy. Sure, I mean, they can measure the amount of circulating hormones in your body. In fact, that's what they've done on your blood draw. I mean, this measures the amount of circulating hormones in the blood. But the problem is it doesn't tell us what the response is when it binds to your cells. So your labs might look better, even normal, but you still don't feel normal. You know that better than anyone that something isn't right. Now, If you want to feel the way you did before you had these symptoms of hypothyroid, I mean, you want your energy back, you want the ability to lose weight, mental clarity, digestive tract working the way it should, able to sleep at night, wake up feeling refreshed, not cold and depressed, then you need to modulate that immune system. You need to slow down that process to a grinding halt. Because those proteins that are blocking your receptors are making a problem for you. And here's the thing to remember. This is treatable. I don't care what other doctors have told you. There is hope for getting your life back. The hormone replacement doesn't address this problem. That's important for you to know. Because the problem is the immune system attacking your thyroid. I mean, sure, you can go from doctor to doctor looking for a better replacement hormone, but it's not going to change anything. You know, I know you don't feel normal. I know things aren't right. And even though they measure your lab values recently, your hormones may have been in the normal ranges. I understand that. I've devised one of the most comprehensive drug-free programs in the world. How's it work? Simple. I treat you, not your label. Now, why would I say that? Because each person comes into office is different. We don't use any cookie-cutter approach. I mean, you've probably already done that. And if it worked, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. And because Hashimoto's is the #1 reason to have hypothyroid symptoms, there are also a lot of other factors that contribute to hypothyroidism, like blood sugar, even if you're not diabetic, adrenal problems, underconversion, overconversion, gut problems, food antigens, and the list goes on and on. Now, I'm going to look at all of them because guess what? There are tests we can do to identify if you have any of these type of complicating factors. I don't just look for a single nutrient deficiency that you may have. I'm not looking for a generic condition-based protocol. I'm looking for loops between systems and modulating them to make a positive change in your physiology. In other words, I treat you, not your diagnosis. And that's why we get the great results that we do. So if this makes sense to you, and you want your vitality back, better digestion, more energy, basically your life back, the first step is to fill out the form below or call our office at 480-991-9355 and schedule your appointment. I'm Dr. Heimlich. Thank you for listening.